G'day, Ravenous Fox here. This will be part 3 of my Trophy Lodge series. In case you missed part 1 or 2, I'll have the link to those videos in the description below this video. And as always, hope you enjoy. Alright, so we have done part 1, which was my rare and non-typical lodge. We have also done part 2, which was my high scoring lodge. But now we're on to part 3, which contains my extra high scoring and rare animals. Let's have a look. Welcome to my tropical lodge. Just to the left, as soon as you enter the door, we got a Rocky Mountain elk here, melanistic, just a female, but I decided to pose her so she's looking out the window, just to see what's in the scenery over there. And just to the other side of the wall, we've got a 232 roe deer, very nice. But just to top it up a bit, to the right, we've got a 240 roe deer. Of course, below him, we got a 155 banteng. Very cool looking. And just down here, 67 turkey. There's that long beard, very nice. And to the right of him, 68 turkey just here. Again, with the long beard, that's how you can tell they're usually a really good turkey, just from that really long neck beard that's going all the way down. If it's almost touching the floor, it's a very good sign that it could be a very good turkey. Just above him, we got a 159 albino black-tailed deer. Now, this was my first ever male albino black-tailed deer. I have shot a few females, but never a male. So very happy I got to taxidermy him, for sure. Just to the right, we've got I nearly said albino again, a piebald black-tailed deer that scored 114. Very nice. I believe he was my first ever male piebald black-tailed deer as well. Just to the right, we got a 195 black-tailed deer here. Very cool. I got all my black-tails, as you can see, all together there. I thought that was pretty cool. And just below him, we've got an 87 red kangaroo. Very nice one. Alright, now, just over here we have some ptarmigans. This one's a willow ptarmigan. Just up here with the sort of the browny sort of neck, that's a willow ptarmigan. He scored 781. I'd recommend to taxidermy anything over sort of 780 would be a good bet to be on leaderboard, I reckon. Just to the right, we got a white-tailed ptarmigan that scored 453. I recommend minimum to probably get near the leaderboard, even maybe on it, would be 450 sort of minimum for them if you want to taxidermy any of them. Whoops, nearly showed the full body mount there. I want to save that to last. Nearly spoiled it. We've got a 58 coyote just here. Very nice. You may ask why he's like so huge looking. The reason being is because I actually taxidermied him before they reduced the size of the coyotes. So I was very lucky that he actually stayed sort of that jumbo size, because he does look like a monster coyote now instead of just, you know, a little tiny coyote with like a 58 scoring one. So very happy with that. You can't get them big like this anymore, so it's kind of unique sort of thing for me. So again, very happy with that. Moving on. Oh, I did get a 59. I think I got like global leaderboard sort of coyote. I think it was like second a few seasons back. I do have a video on it. It was like 59 something. It was like top 10 coyote. But anyway, that was before the lodges came out. I got a 579 reindeer here. Just nearly 580, so I thought, why not? I'll taxidermy it, right? I mean, he does look pretty good. He's missing two little shovels there, as you can see. The shovels being those four little palms that come out. The two up the top are very like small looking, so that's why he scored probably a bit less. But otherwise, he would have probably been, oh, I don't know, easy over 600 if he had those two top palms. Either way, moving on. Just here, we got a 216 moose. Very nice. Again, over 210 mark is usually what you want to taxidermy for moose. Oh, there's a female moose that wants to be taxidermied out there, knocking on my door, but I'll let her in later or something. Just not right now. Got a 120 bison. Interesting, yes. So, I believe I taxidermied him just because he broke 120 mark. I usually feel like that's a usually good range to taxidermy for them. Moving up here, as you can see, we're getting quite special now with the taxidermies. We've got a melanistic 160 whitetail. Yes, very, very fortunate I got him. I haven't got him a full body mount because I'm using the two for something else you'll see in a minute. Just below him, I got a 154 albino whitetail deer. These two were originally my full body mounts, but I changed them out for what I'm going to show you soon. But yeah, that one's 154 albino whitetail, and that one's 160 melanistic whitetail. Just to the right, we got a 394 Rocky Mountain elk. For Rocky Mountain elks, I usually recommend, I don't know, maybe 390 minimum. I suppose 400 plus is a bit steep. I mean, if you want to get on leaderboard guaranteed sort of thing, usually for Rockies, past 400 is where you want to go. But there he is there. Moving on, we got a polar bear. Whoa, what happened there? Why is it showing melanistic Rocky Mountain elk? That's not an elk. There we go. Polar bear that scored 30. Very nice. Just hit 30, so I decided to taxidermy it. Simple as that. And, oh, shit. I'm showing the full body mount a bit there. It's alright. And just here, we got a red fox grey variation that scored 30. Very good. Very happy with that, actually, because it's very difficult to find fur variations of that of a high scoring fox, if you know what I mean. So for foxes, I recommend, well, red foxes, matter of fact, I recommend to taxidermy anything over 30. Below 30, you can get quite sort of out there, you know. A few people do have them, so as soon as you pass 30, that's when it becomes a really, really good fox, in my opinion. So definitely taxidermy the foxes when they hit over 30. Okay, so now onto the prize exhibits here, as you may have been having a look at just a few little hints there. But yes, 112 albino bison as a full body mount here. Very cool looking. I'll just show you the poses that they have in the full body mount. So there's a standing up one. So that one looking to the left there. Sort of a mad sort of pose there. I think he's ready to charge. And then there's sort of a lying down one. Oh, that's the charging one actually. The other one must have been a trotting stance. And then that's a moving one. We'll leave him like that. Alright, so that's the full body mount. The first one, 112 albino bison. And guess what? To the right, we got a leucistic bison that scored 111. So yeah, very similar to score, and also matching because they're the same sort of species but different fur variation. I thought that was quite cool. That's why I originally had the whitetails actually in the middle, but I decided to change them to the bison just because they're like obviously more bigger of an animal to look at in full body mount. So yeah, 111 leucistic bison. Very happy with him. Here we go. Here's the stances again. I do have a video on each of these bison too, by the way. You will find it in my YouTube channel a bit back. So actually just recently, I believe this one I shot in the rare video. So if you did want to see him, he is there. And this one I shot a while back, as you can see, 2017, last year. But yeah, very cool. Alright, and that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, guess what? I have run out of room of my lodges to place all the animals that I've shot over the past few years of the lodges being out. So brace yourselves. We're about to begin. We have got a 392 Roosevelt elk. We have got a 235 water buffalo, a 592 reindeer, a piebald female moose, a piebald red deer female, a Roosevelt elk that scored 377. A bit under the 380 mark that I usually like to keep, but why not? I think it was the first one that I shot for taxidermy. And then there's this one, 115 bison. I was a bit lenient on the score there again. And we got 382 Rocky Mountain elk. That's for large. So yeah, for the trophy lodges, I don't like to buy copies of like the exact same thing, so that's why I haven't brought like duplicates of the rustic lodge, for example. But we've got a few animals to go through here. I would love to show them all in 3D, but it would just take way too long, guys, so I'm just gonna have to do it like this. I'm sorry, but it's the way it is. Some trophies fit in my lodge, and some others have to take it in the back sort of row, unfortunately. But they are here. I have got them permanent. It's just they're not displayed at the moment. If there's any here that you would like to be displayed, please comment below, actually, and I'll see what I can do. 187 bighorn sheep. 106. That is a non-typical, I believe. That's why he's so low. This one is an alpine ibex, 272. This is a sitka deer, scored 112. Very big sitka deer. See, again, I would love to show these, but I just haven't got enough room. I'm so sorry. 242 sambar deer. 100, oh god, 100. Ugh. 1,116 feral hog. 266 non-typical whitetail. Yes, I do have more non-typicals. This is one that I haven't got set up as display. But yes, 266 non-typical whitetail. A melanistic black-tailed doe. We have got a 194. This is just score. So 194 black-tailed deer, nearly breaking 195. Here's another one that scored 92. That's a non-typical, 100%. I wish it said rarity, non-typical instead of common. That would make it so much more cooler to see, but oh well. 111 sitka deer, just another high-scoring one. It's not a rare fur variation or anything like that. Albino black-tailed deer doe here. And then we got down here a 19 sitka deer. I taxidermied that just because of the score is the lowest I ever saw. So look at that, a 19 sitka deer. Has anyone got a lower sitka deer than that? Please comment below. I'd be so interested to hear and see like the actual trophy shot of it. It would be amazing. What a monster, eh? This one is 1,143 feral hog. And just here we've got 186 bighorn sheep, 108 sitka deer, 1,201 wild boar, albino whitetail. Half of these I've forgotten about, to be honest. This would be another non-typical blacktail, 95. A piebald whitetail, but again, I am pretty fussy when it comes to what I pick for taxidermy, as you may have gathered, because I don't want to waste a GM on just like one particular species until I keep improving on my score, kind of thing. That's why I've suggested. This is 194 blacktail. That's why I suggest on what to taxidermy if you do want to save some GM. Round platform, here's another European rabbit that I haven't got up for display that scored 2,426. Hopefully this won't take too long to go through them all, but I do like to show this just so everyone knows what I don't have up for display, unfortunately. 361 feral goat. That was the one with the horizontal horns, but I chose to display the other one on the long horns going up vertically. 31 red fox, and then we got a 9.477 bobcat. Just here we got a 159. That's probably the one of the tall horns again. Just under 160, so I decided to taxatize it. Here's a 9.3 bobcat just there. Got a 16.575 grey wolf. Just below him, we've got another grey wolf that's got 16.26. The size difference between these wolves are a little to none, to be honest, when you see them in the full thing. 16.914 for an Arctic fox. For Arctic fox, I recommend to taxidermy anything above, let's say, 16 is usually a good minimum to taxidermy them. For sure, if you want to save some GM. Large platform, a 23 black bear chocolate, 23.74 if you want to know the point, I don't know, but I don't have anything here. Full body platform, okay, well, that's like everything at once. Bird plug, oh, that's it. Alright, well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed my little tour and a look at all the animals I've shot so far within the Hunter. As always, thanks for watching and have a good one.